On today's episode on WarpDriveM, we are going to refurbish a brake caliper. Before we start taking apart the caliper, this is a caliper from a BMW 740i E23, an old model, and because I cannot find any other to buy, we are going to disassemble everything and we are going to replace everything. On this one, from 4 piston, just one is working and that one is leaking. And you can see maybe the dust covers are completely broken and wear out. These are 40 years old parts, and that's why we are going to start taking everything apart and put everything new. But the procedure is the same on all brake calipers. It doesn't matter if it's just one piston or 2 pistons on 4 like in this case. The procedure and the work is the same. Now I'm going to try to push the pistons out with the compressed air. I've plugged the inlet, and on the vent screw I'm going to push air through on each side, like I've said, to try to push the pistons out in order to replace all the gaskets. Let's see if this one is going to work. Whoa! With one piston out I cannot push air through the system, so we are going to try now to remove the dust gasket. So for that you will need a screwdriver and you will feel the ring, the metal ring. Take that out. Oh, see that? This one is bad as well. Okay, let's try to push this out. Looks like this. This one is done. It's completely broken. Now comes the fun part. We have to try to take out that piston, but before that let's try to take all the rubber covers out, the dust covers out. Come on. Oh my god, this one comes in pieces. Okay. After I've cleaned the exterior and everything, in fact, I've put a vice grip on the piston that is stock. Oh, sorry for my breath. I'm breathing like this because I've tried already to take this one out and it's stuck. One is out and we have 3 that are stuck. I've used some WD-40 and let's hope it's going to work. Oops, it's moving. It's moving. And this is the end result. I took everything apart. As you can see, we have the caliper in here, all 4 pistons in there, the dust covers, all the clamps that hold the dust cover, the breathers in there with the covers, guides or pins for the brake pads, and the rattle plate in here. Normally we can split this in 2 because it's a 4 piston caliper. We can split that in 2, but to be honest, I have some reservation about this process because I not find any other piece and I don't want to ruin the channels between the parts, and this is going to remain like this. We have to remove the gaskets from inside. Just give me a second to remove everything from here. Now with 1000 sandpaper we are going to sand the inside the cylinder walls from the caliper, because we have to be sure that everything is smooth in there and the piston will move freely in there. Now with all the gaskets removed, these are the gaskets from the inside. I've already sanded everything. This is the best that I can do. There is no marks whatsoever, and I cannot feel anything on the cylinder walls, so nothing. So it should be perfect. Of course that the metal is stained, so these are just stains, not rust or anything. So basically you have to sand till you feel everything smooth. On this side as well, this side came up pretty damn good. We just have to put the new gaskets in there and I think we are done. With all the new parts in stock, we can start reassembling everything. It's completely clean. I know it looks like it's not clean, but those are stains. It's very smooth. I've cleaned everything. I sanded everything, in fact, with 1000 grit. We are going to start by installing these gaskets. In here, you have to install these gaskets on the cylinders dry. I know it sounds crazy, but you have to install that dry. And after it's installed, you have to lube the gasket in order to install the pistons. Now let's install the last one, and we are going to slide it inside underneath first, and you have to be sure that it's not twisted. That's why you start from bottom, and after that with your finger you have, or you try to keep it steady like this. I know it's a bad angle to show you, and it's done. After you install the gaskets, you can lube everything. And now, before we put the dust caps, we are going to test if everything will function. On the first try, or with the old parts, we had just one piston moving. Now we should have 4. Let's see. Whoa, check this out. Perfect, we have a working caliper now. Now let's install the dust caps. it looks like this, and we are going to secure everything with a metal ring. It's going to be a little bit tricky, to be honest, because it's going to, the rubber is very flexible, it's going to spring out for sure, but we are going to give it a try. Oh, by the way, you have to try this on dry, not with any kind of lube, because it's going to slip a lot. You have to be sure that you put everything here perfect. After that, of course, it's not allowed to work with a screwdriver, but I'm going to work. You have to try to push it on this edge, something like this, and after you've started, it should fall everything in its place. Keep it pressed, go all the way around. After you pressed everything all the way around, try to put the ring in the back, because you don't have any kind of access in the back. And after that, push it all the way through, and should be done. And after 3.5 hours later, it's done. And at the end, it should look like this. All the dust caps, the metal clamp should be at the same level everywhere. Now we are good to go. We just have to replace the breather screws. We are going to put the new ones in. The new cap, and job done. With all of that being said and done, we are at the end of the video. If you find this video useful, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.